guys, so this is the beginning class video. We're going to be focusing on forward rolls and cartwheels. If you haven't already, go ahead and watch the stretching video that's also on this channel, and then let's get started. Okay, so the first skill we're going to be looking at is a forward roll. First thing we're going to do is we're going to crouch down in a tuck sit with our hands flat on the ground close to our body. Then we're going to lift our bum up in the air, look for our belly, and use our toes and just kind of tip over, trying to stand up without letting your hands touch the ground or your knees. All right, so the second trick we're going to look at is a dive roll. We're going to use the same steps that we used in our forwards roll. We're just going to speed them up a little bit and make them a little bit harder. So we're going to start standing up this time instead of down in a tuck position. We're going to put our hands a little bit farther away in front of our body instead of right by the side. We're also going to add a little hop off of our toes when we actually roll. So we're not just using our toes to tip over into it. We still got to remember to look at our belly button the whole time. So we roll all the way over, and we're going to keep our arms by our ears when we stand up. So when we put it together, it's going to look like this. You're going to put your hands down, little jump, stand up, don't touch your hands to the ground. All right, so the main difference between a forward roll and a dive roll is how long it's going to be. So in a forward roll, it's going to be pretty short because you're just putting your hands right next to your body and you're just kind of using your toes to tip over. With a dive roll, once you get the basic motion and get that extra little jump in there, you can start adding pillows and maybe try and jump over them as a drill just to help make it longer. So you can put it on the ground with your feet on one side and just kind of jump your hands to the other side. You can add more pillows once you get comfortable with it. Just make sure that you look at your belly the whole time so we don't get all stuck or anything. All right, so the two most important things to remember with both forward rolls and dive rolls are that, one, we look at our belly button the whole time and our head is not out or to the side. That way we can roll straight and we can also roll smoothly and we won't get stuck. The other thing is that our hands only get to touch the ground one time, and that's at the very beginning. Okay, so our third trick is going to be a straddle sit. We're going to start sitting down on our bum in this one with our feet apart in a straddle sit position. Our toes can be flexed up to the sky, they can be pointed, but they should never be pointed down to the ground. We should always keep our knees and our toes facing up or out. Okay, when we do our straddle sit, we're going to put our hands in between our legs. They're just going to be flat on the ground. We're not going to put them behind us. We're not going to do one hand in front, one hand behind. They're both going to go in front. The goal of this one is to try and get our bum off the ground so we can roll. We're just going to roll out in a straddle position instead of tucked in. So you start with your hands in the middle. You use them. Push your bum off the ground. If that is as much as you can do, then I just want you to do that. Hold it as long as you can. Just get those muscles super strong. If you want to do more, then go ahead and lift your bum up. Situate your hands. Look for your belly button and roll, landing back in that straddle position. If you want to make it extra hard, you can try and stand up out of it. You just have to roll a little harder. So go ahead and go up, roll, and stand up, okay? The most important thing is that we're gonna try and keep our knees straight. We don't want super bendy legs. And we gotta remember to start sitting on our bum. Sometimes we get confused if we wanna just start rolling just like this, but we gotta use our muscles and practice getting our bum off the ground, even if that's all you can. Okay, we're going to start with our hands flat on the ground and our feet up on the wall. Then when you're ready, walk your hands closer to the wall, stay super tight, squeeze everything, slowly roll off the wall with your hands up by your ears. If you can't quite walk your hands in close to the wall, then start with your feet up on the wall, hold that, and then froggy down. All right, so the last skill we're going to be doing is a cartwheel. We're going to start our cartwheel in the lunge position with our favorite foot out in front, our other foot straight behind it. We're not going to go side to side. We got to start straight in a line. And our toes and belly is going to be facing towards that wall. They're going to be facing straight out. Remember, not going side to side. Then, when we put our hands on the ground, they're going to start straight up, but when they go on the ground, they're going to twist to which they're going to be facing whichever foot is your favorite foot. So my favorite side is my right side. So I'm going to, when my hands go on the ground, they're gonna face towards the right. If you like your left foot, they would face towards the left. Once we put our hands on the ground, we're gonna do a big kick with our back leg and follow through with that favorite foot. Notice how it's landing in the back this time, and we're landing in an opposite lunge. Our toes and belly are still facing forward, and we're still gonna land with our arms up. All right, so now I have a couple drills that can help you get that back leg to kick super hard and to get that overall sideways cartwheel motion. So the first one is kind of like a handstand or a lever. So we're gonna start in that lunge with the same favorite foot in front, and our hands are gonna go straight in front and set it to the side. We're gonna kick our back leg up, and our favorite foot is gonna do a little hop. This is just gonna help us get that motion of our back leg kicking and doing most of the work. So you're gonna put your hands in front, you're gonna kick, and just kick until you're comfortable, okay? Next, after you get that back leg to do the kicking, we're gonna turn our hands sideways, like in our cartwheel. You can start them on the ground or close to the ground, and then you're gonna kick your back leg and try and do a cartwheel. We're just not gonna start with our arms up. So kick that back leg. Remember, we still gotta land in a lunge with our back foot is now our favorite foot, and our toes are still pointing over there. We're just gonna start with our hands on the ground. So again, start them close to the ground. Back leg does the kicking and in a lunge. Once you have these two motions, you can start bringing your hands up, higher off the ground, and the goal is to get, so you can start with your hands up and do that cartwheel motion without hesitation.